Arvis, if you're watching this, we do accept your apology for the inconvenience that you caused my client who had to wait to be able to refinance her home. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Keeping It Real with Credit. My name is Giovanna, and this is the very first segment of the Credit Corner. So I'm the office manager for Dispute Nation, and my role is to oversee the entire processing department. And I'm basically the senior strategist when it comes to everything disputes. So these videos are going to be educational for you to learn what goes into the dispute process and how we as a credit repair company are able to get the results that we get for our clients. So whether this is something that you're doing on your own or you want to hire us to take on these negative items for you, I want you to fully understand how the credit repair process truly works. So on this video, we're going to talk about how we were able to remove multiple mortgage late payments for one of our clients. So the first thing we're going to touch on before anything is the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So I pulled that up really quick for you guys to see and understand, because this is basically what goes into every single one of our disputes. It's ensuring, right, the accuracy, fairness, and privacy of the information in the files of consumer reporting agencies, right? So I'm going to show you guys one of the things that is here on the FCRA. It says that you have the right to dispute incomplete or inaccurate information. This is super important because I want you to understand that you have a right as a consumer to challenge any information that's on your credit report that you're not sure that it belongs to you, that you're not sure if it's accurate, or if you just really want more information about this account that's reporting.
I don't know what this is.
So the other thing that is super important is that consumer reporting agencies must correct or delete two big keywords: correct or delete inaccurate, incomplete, or unverifiable information. So inaccurate, incomplete, or unverifiable information must be removed or corrected, usually within 30 days. And the reason why I want to touch on this is because the only way that an account can legally be removed from your credit report is if you prove to the credit bureau that the item is in fact inaccurate, incomplete, or unverifiable.
Why didn't you prove it?
Just because something is on your credit report that's old, right? Maybe you already paid it off, or it's a negative item that you just don't want it to be on your report anymore. It does not mean that just because you dispute it that it's going to get deleted or should get deleted, right? If you cannot prove one of these three things, then the item is verified and it is going to stay on your credit report. So now let me go ahead and show you this case because this is a really great one. And we were super happy at the office when we got these results for our client. So I'm going to show you the client's report from when they started with us back in May. So we have here the mortgage loan reporting, and this is with Arvis Central Mortgage. It's showing open across the 3 credit bureaus, so that was reporting accurately. The date open was also reporting accurately as May 29th, 2018. Now, where the issue started with this account is in the payment history. So as you can see, there's multiple late payments reporting in 2020. And this client told us that this was an error, that this was inaccurate because these late payments happened during the COVID period, during the pandemic. And they had reached out to Arvis Central and said, hey, we're not going to be able to make our payments on time, because obviously they were struggling financially during the pandemic.
I would have, but I didn't have any money.
And they actually agreed to put them in forbearance, and for one reason or another, they continued to report these payments late. And what's unfortunate about it is that this client was going to refinance their home, and the mortgage lender actually couldn't approve them because they had all of these late payments reporting that dragged down their score tremendously. And something that's really important for you to know, if you don't already know, is that the biggest factor of your credit score is payment history. It accounts for 35%. So that means that one late payment, a collection, a charge-off, a bankruptcy, Anything that's going to affect your payment history is going to have a significantly negative impact on your credit score. And I'm just going to zoom in really quick to show you that the payment history across the 3 bureaus for this client is showing 78% on time, 80% on time, and 79% on time. And this is considered terrible in the credit reporting world. Having this low of a payment history is horrible. You don't even want to be under 99% with any of your accounts. So this is what we went ahead and did. We started off by sending a dispute letter to all 3 credit bureaus. And I'm just going to pull up here just one bureau because we sent the same letter to all 3, but just to show you an example, this is what we sent out to Equifax. So the client's information was here at the top. The bureau's information was over here. We dated the dispute letter. We included the date of birth, the last 4, because you want to make sure that you provide sufficient information that identifies you. The biggest mistake that I see that people do is that they don't provide enough information to identify who they are, and then they get back a stall letter from the bureau that says, well, we couldn't investigate this account because we don't know who you are. We don't know that this is you.
Who are you? Who am I?
And that really just wasted a whole month basically for you. So make sure you include date of birth, last 4. You don't have to put your full social. And we basically said, dear Equifax, I'm writing to dispute the following information that appears on my Equifax Information Services LLC consumer report. And this did include other accounts, but I redacted the information just to show you, the one dispute with Arvis. We included the account number, super important. We included the name of that account, of that creditor, which is Arvis Central Mortgage, and then the type of information that we're disputing. Are you disputing a late payment? Is it a charge-off? Is it collection? What is it? Well, in this case, it was a late payment. And the dates associated. This specifically, the account was open May 29, 2018. So what was the explanation, right, of the item being disputed? We explained, hey, this account is current, has never been late. It's reporting discrepancies in the payment history. Please correct this inaccurate information from my credit report. Again, very specific with what we're asking. We either ask to correct or we ask to delete. And another mistake that I see a lot of people make is that they ask for something to be deleted when in fact it should be corrected. This is very specific to open accounts that are reporting late payments. If you are asking to delete the account, especially an open account, guess what's going to happen? If that account gets deleted from your credit report, your scores are going to drop tremendously because you're removing a positive account and you're removing all of the age that's associated with that account. So in this case, we don't want you to delete this account, Equifax. We just want you to correct the late payments that are reporting. And then we went ahead and included a screenshot of the account from the client's credit report and showed that there was inaccuracies, these 30-day late payments that were reporting from July all the way, July 2020, all the way to January 2021. So now, what do? We got to wait the 30 days for them to reply because by law, they have 30 days to complete their investigation. And I'm going to show you now what the results were from Equifax. So here you're going to see that it says the information you disputed has been updated as well as other information on this item. So the results are additional information has been provided from the original source regarding this item. This creditor, Arvis, has verified to our company that the current status is being reported correctly. This creditor has verified to our company that the prior paying history is being reported correctly. A lot of people, when they get a result like this or a response like this, they give up. They say, well, it was verified as accurate. I guess we're just going to leave it like that. That's how it's staying. I have nothing else that I can do. And that's where you're wrong.
I am like the cheetah. I never give up.
If you pay really close attention to your bureau results, you're going to see this information. It says if you have additional questions about this item, please contact, and they're going to include the contact information for that creditor, because when you dispute an item with the credit bureau and that triggers an investigation, the bureau contacts the source of information to verify the item. In this case, the bureau, Equifax, went to Arvis, and Arvis responded back and says, this is verified, this is accurate. And now Equifax says, well, if you disagree with our results, you need to go to Arvis. We're done with this. All right, cool. So that's what we went ahead and did. We went straight to Arvis. But before you dispute with the creditor, I want you to pay close attention to this, because I see this happening a lot. Sometimes you're going to see an address that the credit bureau is going to send you. And then if you look at the creditor details and the creditor contact information that appears on your credit report, it's different. So I always like to go online and double check that address so that you can make sure that it's correct, that it's accurate, because what you don't want is to send a dispute letter and then it comes back as undeliverable, and again, it's time that was wasted. So I'm going to show you here on Google just so you can compare that address that Equifax reported. When I put it here on Google, I mean, it just says office for lease. It's talking about, apartments.com, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It's on Zillow that it's not for sale. That tells me that I don't think that my dispute letter is going to go to where it's supposed to go. However, the address on the client's credit report, and I'm going to pull that up right now. When I Google that address, that actually pops up as the address for this creditor, and it's on their website. So that's the address that we went ahead and sent that dispute to. And I'm going to show you now what that creditor dispute looked like. So the client's information was placed at the top. We put the creditor's contact information, dated it, subject line, disputing information and credit report, and it said, Dear Arvis Central Mortgage, I am writing to dispute the following information that appears on my consumer credit report. We included the account number, we included the dates, July 2020 through January 2021. And this is our explanation of why we're disputing the item. This item is inaccurate because the CARES Act provided protection to consumers who were affected during the COVID-19 pandemic. These late payments occurred during a forbearance period, and according to this act, you allowed me to temporarily pause my payments. I believe this adverse information has been incorrectly added on my credit report. Please reinvestigate this matter and remove the negative payment history from my credit report. Thank you for your assistance. Sincerely, client's name. So I want to show you guys something really quick. And this is important because, again, maybe you know about this, maybe you don't. But if you pull up here the CFPB, you're going to see that during the COVID-19 pandemic, homeowners were able to receive forbearance under the CARES Act that allowed them to temporarily pause or reduce their mortgage payments. So forbearance is when your mortgage servicer or lender allows you to pause or reduce your mortgage payments for a limited time while you build back your finances. This is really important to know as well, that it does not mean that your payments are forgiven or erased, right? Those payments, it doesn't mean that you never have to pay that. You're still obligated to repay any missed payments, but in most cases, they can be repaid over time or when you refinance or sell your home. So who is eligible for forbearance? You may have a right to a COVID hardship forbearance if you experience financial hardship directly or indirectly due to the coronavirus pandemic. And this is key right here. You have a federally backed mortgage, which includes HUD, FHA, VA, USDA, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac loans. And in this case, our client has a Fannie Mae mortgage. So this is why she was eligible for a forbearance. So we included this in our dispute letter, again, to justify why we're disputing an account. We didn't just go ahead and send a dispute letter to the creditor saying, well, this isn't right. These late payments, just take them off. They shouldn't be on there.
What can I say except delete this?
We provided a reason, and it's a legitimate reason. It's here on the CFPB's website as to why those late payments should not be reporting, and we requested that they remove those late payments and update their credit report. So we got a response back from Arvis, and I'm pulling that up for you guys right now just so you could see. And it says, this is in reference to the ACMC loan number, credit correction. Dear client name, pursuant to receiving your dispute, Arvis Central Mortgage Company has removed the delinquency from your credit report that was reported during the transition from a COVID-19 forbearance to a COVID-19 trial payment plan in error. On June 28th, 2022, the correction was submitted to Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and Innovis credit reporting agencies. Keep in mind, this correction may take up to 60 days to reflect on your credit report. Please accept our apology for any inconvenience this may have caused you.
Wow, I really messed up.
Arvis, if you're watching this, we do accept your apology for the inconvenience that you caused my client, who had to wait to be able to refinance her home because you incorrectly reported late payments on her credit report that should have never been reported in the first place. And I'm sure that if this is happening to my clients, this is probably happening to you as well. And I can only imagine how many people are having this same issue. So I want to show you guys the very last thing regarding this case is the updated credit report that we refreshed back in July. So keep in mind that in Arvis's response, they did say that it could take up to 60 days. So we do have to wait that time frame for those changes to take into effect. But as you can see, in one of the bureaus, they had already started correcting those late payments, and the payment history now is starting to show okay from August all the way up to August 2020 to January 2021, which originally they were reporting as 30-day late. Now take a look at the payment history. It shows you've made 96% of payments for this account on time. Do you remember what I showed you guys in the beginning? How all three bureaus were showing mid 77, 76, 78%. Look at the other two bureaus, right? 77 and 76%. By removing those late payments from this client's credit report and mortgage late payments, we were able to increase the on-time payment history to 96%. And they still have more corrections to make, but just imagine the increase that our client has just from fixing these late payments.
There's no end to the possibilities.
Because we fixed the biggest factor of her score, which was the payment history. So if you guys have any questions at all regarding disputing, if you want to learn more about the process, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more videos like this,
please, sir, I want some more.
Leave them in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Have you had this issue happen to you as well? I want to know as well. And if there's anything that you want me to teach and show you guys in an upcoming video, let me know. And remember, you can schedule a free consultation with us so we can talk about your credit. Just click the link in the description below. And we also offer business credit as well. So if you're an entrepreneur who already has a business or you're looking to start one, then reach out to us because we'll be more than happy to help you out as well. Thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of the Credit Corner.